2 days ago, I headed up the west coast and I found a really nice pair of black oyster catchers. And what really intrigued me about this pair was that they were really, really boisterous, perpetually chirping at me and obviously not taking to the air, which was quite interesting. I wasn't quite sure what the story was, so I headed back out there this morning. Snuck down behind this dune down towards these birds, and I think I found the same pair. Again, they were quite noisy at first, and it wasn't too long before the reason for all of this boisterous behavior emerged, and it was in the form of two tiny little chicks. This was really nice to see. Obviously, these birds are now on the endangered list. I kept my distance from these birds and just watched them go about their sort of daily business. It took quite a long time for me to almost establish some kind of rapport with these birds and get them a bit calm with my presence. And I just hung around this one particular area. The chicks quite often bedded down in these big mussel beds and behind these big kelp stems that have washed up on the beach. This is obviously a good food source for these animals. The parents taking these birds down to the water, giving them some of their life skills. At one stage, it got quite interesting. There was another pair of black oyster catchers in the same sort of area, and the parents were really displaying some real aggressive behavior. Quite often they would charge this other pair, and there just seemed to be a bit of rivalry. You can see the other pair also being quite aggressive, not moving away from the area, so some interesting behavior. It was a really nice morning on the beach. Normally these birds would really take to flight as soon as you get to sort of 50 or 60 meters of them. A good sign for the west coast and for the population of the black oyster catchers. There's definitely an upturn in these breeding pairs. Just a nice morning on the beach.